Hello, everybody! Hello, Apparition, T, Mystery Theater, Luca, Zarmegas. Welcome back. And I do mean welcome back to Rose Guns Days. I don't know why it says Season 3. It should fucking be Season fucking 4. Last season. Oh, no. That's right. It's not Season 4 because the stupid thing... Because I don't know why Ryukishi separated the series like this, but it's 4 parts, but 3 story arcs. So yeah, it is still Season 3, yet we're not on the last thing. I have no idea why he did this. It's been like a month, hasn't it? Since Tales started and, you know, I did the little switcheroo, but with the Wandering Dog sadly disbanded for now, and the Golden Dragon Society's plot thwarted and thankfully went through rather peaceful resolution, it's time to see what happens to Primavera in 1949 to drastically change the course of the organization. Hello, James. Welcome back. Let's get back into it. Okay. Yep, that was the... welcome back to Rose Guns Days, starting in the last line of the previous fucking thing. In the save. Don't know why it does that. It just fucking does. Yeah. Jesus, Louises, Creases, come on. Love the Cowboy Bebop music here. Okay, go to next. Yes, this is what I wanted to fucking do. Starting off in the modern world, I see. It was the middle of summer as the Persona music comes back. The sort of weather that'd make you feel like it's just about time to ask for a summer vacation. And yet these days that seemed like a joke till it ended, yes. Last time, Julie left off with Wayne's grandson, who is even hotter than he is. Look at this! Oh my god! Is he playing the Reaper's game or something with all those pins? Jeez. Chiratsugu. God, I completely forgot what voice I used for him. I'll give him the voice I think that works.
Good work, Julie-san.
I told you to stop using my first name at work!
Oh, don't be so cold. We've known each other for half a year now, haven't we?
Can you believe that frankness? I wish he'd take a lesson from his grandpa. This overly familiar man really did follow me around every day, even at work. It was the first day in half a year that Julie would go to interview Madame Jean. Come to think of it, it's now been a whole year since this long tale began. No, that also means it's been half a year since this overly friendly man started following me around. I'd ignored him thoroughly, which made him act a lot less intrusive. It does look like he has kind of like shoulder pads, Mystery Theater. He has this crazy ass steampunk design thing on his shoulders there. And this is totally Persona music right here. Love will find a way, baby. Ooh. No, that wasn't enough to save me from being a topic of conversation for those rumor-loving older women! Well, he does get a little dejected now and then. Possibly because I'm being too cold. If I do even a tiny little thing like buy him coffee, he's right back to normal again. I'll recommend these social network games that are to be popular fucking Facebook. Prattling on about how we'll get a rare item if he gets a friend to join. So would I be interested? And will I ignore him if he gets all dejected again? Jesus, Louises, Creases. What are you, a puppy? Apparently that dog-like part of him was all I'd inherited from Wayne Uedera. By the way, just so it's clear, there's no trace of romance going on here. Sure, Julie. Sure. Hello, Hollow Mirage. Welcome to the stream. Oh, best arc. I just saw that comment, James. I'm excited. I love the Wandering Dogs. So I can't wait to see what this arc is going to be like. I'm not remotely interested in romance with this puppy. Sure. Oh my god! On top of that, since he's always intimidating all my hot co-workers, any hope of budding off his love gets smashed to smithereens. Shen-kun from accounting was pretty hot, and Ha-kun who had a rich family in Hong fucking Kong, and everyone else stopped sending me emails. It's enough to make anyone sigh. And meanwhile, the other office ladies are all, oh god, Julie, I feel so sorry for you having a hot guy, a hot, really buff guy who's really strong, follow you around every day. Oh, woe is me, I'm Julie. Yeah, bitch about your problems to someone else. Ah!
You seem tired.
Whose fault do you think that is? But I held in the words. This puppy's definitely planned to be needlessly courteous, trying to cheer me up by talking all sorts of stuff. So I'll start the conversation. Partly to get my mind in Primavera mode before meeting Madame Jean. I heard you've been having trouble with your sub-organizations.
Yeah. It's very embarrassing.
During this half year, the situation surrounding Primavera had changed considerably. Primavera's largest faction, the Kansai Spring Breeze Association, or Kisbet, had voiced its recommendation that Madame Jean and Consigliere Udera retire. For health concerns, to cultivate the next generation. Various plausible reasons were offered, but in short, it was the same as a declaration of war, announcing their desire to grab Primavera's top spot. They probably thought that someone who had called in a reporter to write her last estimate couldn't be relied upon to reign over a bunch of villains. It's true that Madame Jean is very old. I think the conjecture that she'll retire when she's told me everything is very convincing. It makes sense. It's like her biography or something. However, Madame Jean hadn't publicly named a successor. I'm willing to bet that, I don't know, I have this sinking feeling that Julie might be like the descendant of Rose and Leo. And she'll name Julie as the successor for whatever reason. Just to like spite people. I don't know, I just get that feeling. It didn't take a close examination of the Sengoku period to know that an organization with no successor always falls into civil war when generations change. If Madame Jean had inherited Madame Rose's desire to leave Primavera behind for the sake of her future countrymen, then it was hard to understand why she still hadn't named a successor.
Even us young members can't understand what the madam is thinking.
By refusing to name a successor, she was intentionally inviting civil war. Some weekly publications wondered if that could be her goal. What if a person who rose to the top stained in blood, in true underworld style, was the most fitting successor? A battle royale. That's how they thought of it.
It's not as peaceful as Kabuki, but where you can inherit someone's name and become XX the Third.
I guess he's talking about Kabuki performers. I'm not familiar with how that works. I guess that's how their succession works.
And it's not as though Madame Jean herself was named as a successor by Madame Rose.
Really? Really? Huh. That's news to me. I thought she was. And that's how it was recorded historically. Madame Rose, who had shown her true selfish desires in the soy sauce war, brought tyrannical rule back to City 23. It was then that Jean Amakawa stood up as a second Madame Rose and stole Rose's position. Madame Jean's current position was stolen by defeating Madame Rose. Because I know how it all ends. Listening to Madame Rose's tale has been getting more and more painful.
Still, that rumor about her she's planning to tell you about her life and leave it as a last testament. That's not too hard to swallow.
I've been placed in a terrifyingly important role, haven't I?
This is just my imagination, but I wonder if the Madame's planning to give you the right to choose a successor.
Something along those... Yeah, I was thinking something along those lines, yeah. Huh?
If Madame Jean suddenly died tomorrow, then the person who'd understand the most about Primavera's origin and purpose would be you.
Wait, I couldn't be!
With enough feuds, Primavera would probably settle on a Warhawk boss eventually. But most people figure that enthusiastic Warhawks tend to be lacking in the brain department. There's quite a few greedy people out there too. The Madame would never hand Primavera over to people like that. And yet, even if she gathered everyone together to choose a suitable successor, the bosses are all bound by one thing or another.
Hello, Guppy Force. Welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, that's poor Wayne. Oh my god, you're right about that. Welcome to the stream, Guppy Force. So, you think the task would be fitting for someone like me, who has no ties within Primavera? Allegedly.
Don't you think so?
That's...
Crazy, huh?
I was gonna say terrifying, but that works too. Tortsugu smiled as though he was partly joking around. However, this was what he felt. As I said in the last Rose Guns Day stream, Julie has officially become an Otome game protagonist. Like, she's gonna have to choose out of like all the different guys which one is gonna become the successor. Yeah. Oh, absolutely, Hollow Mirage. There's definitely more to Julie than meets the eye. I'm still holding out hope that she's the descendant of Rose and Leo. However, this is what he felt. He, the grandson of the consigliere, and a person who was allowed to be near Madame Jean. If I'm supposed to fill such a vital role, I refuse! Categorically!
Maybe she's keeping it secret because she doesn't want you to refuse.
Oh god. And it's not like mafia groups aren't famous for giving you offers you can't refuse. Why did I agree to do this?
Oh, and Julie-san? Please don't tell anyone I've been saying things like that.
Will I fill such an important role? Oh, crap. It's not impossible. That was the feeling I got. It's probably best if I stop thinking of myself as a third party here only to listen. This long tale that extends from Primavera's start until the modern age has already been tied to me. Maybe I'm not here just to record a story and put it on paper. Maybe I'll have to. Maybe I'll have to understand it from the bottom of my heart as one of their future countrymen. A long, long wall around the Yamakawa residence came into sight. If I think back to when I first came here a year ago, surely now I've renewed my determination. I'm a lot more tense than I was back then. So, while I continue to gather materials as a reporter, I've decided to change my outlook. I'm not a newspaper reporter for the Hong Kong Daily News. I'm one of their future countrymen. One of the ones they wanted to pass everything down to. Oh, I'm very glad to hear that, Julie. Now I don't have to kill you. Oh, great! Madame Jean was very approving of my change of outlook. Oh, she told her. On the other hand, she clearly denied my suspicions that she planned to give me the right to choose a successor. Oh, please! Oh dear, I may be old, but I'm not that senile. It's an interesting idea, but no. The decision of choosing a successor carries with it a very heavy burden. I'm not so irresponsible that I'd abandon that burden and force it on you. I imagine so. Thank God. I will take responsibility and choose a successor while I still live. There's no need for you to worry. Unless you choose me. Oh, God. It's true that I'm reaching my final years and still haven't named a successor, and there do seem to be some people who are growing anxious. However, that in itself makes this a good test case for reforming all of Primavera. In other words, you're doing this intentionally to uncover sources of discord. Who will swear their loyalty to the end? Who will win over whom, and who will rise and how? The trouble over this past year has been ideally suited for examining these issues. There was Madame Jean for you. So she had used the popular theory of her ailing health to observe the reactions of Primavera's execs. She couldn't have stood at the top of the underworld without such resilience. However, it makes me very glad to hear that you'll be listening for more than what you'll need to when you make your articles. Well now, how far have we gotten? We were in 1948. After handing over a lot of money, Madame Rose survived the soy sauce war, though painfully. Oh yes, I remember. Partly because of the calculations of Sons Along, who wanted to eradicate the Council of Elders and gain influence, Primavera was allowed a painful victory. Sons Along, the young lord who had become the new leader of the GDS, immediately struck a deal with Madame Rose. Then both sides confirmed that neither had anything to gain by further aggravating each other. However, that was only an assurance that the war would stop. This was no happy reconciliation where both sides agreed to get along. An armistice as opposed to frickin' surrender. I mean, a ceasefire rather than an armistice. Look, I'm all my terms confused. That's what happens when I try to use big words. After all, Primavera wasn't the only party to receive considerable damage. Storehouses in City 22 itself had been burned. The Chinese military ruling in that city lost faith in the GDS, which had been tasked with maintaining public order. Though it had served its purpose as an excuse to eliminate the Council of Elders. The young lord was still forced to placate military officials at considerable expense. Also, that they had supposedly struck a bargain with Primavera to break up the Japanese labor union. Some of their high-ranking members weren't satisfied. These people thought that the Japanese labor union was a one-sided enemy attack to place economic pressure on City 22, so destroying it was only natural. Breaking up the union only barely made up for Primavera starting in the first place. Therefore, so many people thought, the burning of the storehouses still required some form of retribution or compensation to be paid. On the other side, as far as Primavera was concerned, it was all because of an attack leveled by Wang at the GDS. They'd have a showy sort of revenge by burning the storehouses, but they'd also lost far too much. They were particularly hurt by the fact that the city folk believed that this whole feud had been Primavera's revenge against the GDS for getting in the way of their scheme to sell soy sauce at high prices. The loss of the warm support of the people made it seem as though the city's atmosphere had transformed from autumn to winter. That change in temperature silently tormented the men of Primavera. Also, it was clear that Primavera had been forced to pay excessively in order to take a shot at the GDS. There were no signs that the hostility against the GDS was subsiding. And so, leading members on both sides had reason to be unsatisfied with the deal. That turned into resentment against the opposing side, as well as resentment against their own leaders. Even Rose and the young lord certainly wouldn't be able to just toast their friendship and plan to get along. So both sides had to declare this as a temporary truce. Someone would be forced to pay for this incident someday, but that would be put on hold for the time being. That was how it was eventually seen. Time was what both the Rose and the young lord wanted most. The GDS had a huge load of diplomacy it needed the young lord to do, though he'd only recently been installed as their leader. After all, Chinese society, with all its ties and honor, wasn't so simple that you'd be accepted by everyone just because you succeeded in a coup d'etat. On the other side, Primavera had an urgent need to improve its fragile distribution footing. Otherwise, something like the soy sauce war would occur again. Next time, City 23 really would be put under economic occupation from outside. The community of their countrymen in City 23 would have to undergo swift and drastic reform. Madame Rose and Sons Along established a hotline so that each could avoid clashes with the opposing side. But at the same time, they had to build up their military and economic strengths in preparation for the next clash. How amusing. It was just an early version of what World Affairs would look like in later years, yeah. In other words, it was a Cold War. Then the era finally reached 1949. The high-wage plan had ended, and laborers returned to their old low wage. Oh, come on! Why do you have to make noise? Okay, there we go. The city was wrapped in poverty again. The midsummer night stream ended, and before anyone knew it, the rays of the autumn sun and its too cold wind arrived. Oh, what fools these mortals be. When the laborers spoke, all they did was grumble. They complained about the ladies of the evening who seemed to be prospering. They spent their days with cheap alcohol bought from carts. I guess you could say it had gone back to 1947, the time Leo Shishigami arrived. Imagine Leo coming back here and like everything is identical to how we freaking left it. Came back the first time. But well, a drink livened up by complaints can be fun in its own way. Even in the depths of poverty, the people were impudent and resilient. I don't dislike that rat-like resilience. 2 snipers. Huh. Interesting. Snipers. I wonder who they're talking about. Because our freaking, our sniper has gone away. Like the freaking from the wandering dog, she's left. The night of City 23 was noisy in various ways. Though the higher-ups in Primavera and the GDS had struck up a Cold War-style deal, it wasn't like that for the lower levels. Both sides had built up resentment from the soy sauce war, and it often made the downtown nights noisy from the fighting. The high levels of both sides willingly ignored anything except the gun and the knife. In other words, only killing was strictly forbidden. After all, if the higher-ups forbade all fights, the lower-ranking members would have no outlet for their resentment. So yeah, they're allowed to have skirmishes. And so, once more tonight, a scuffle had broken out between Japanese and Chinese drunks in a downtown area near Chinatown.
The hell's wrong with you? Don't you try and look tough, Chinese bastard.
Me is you.
Hey, this is Primavera's turf. Go back home, to Chinatown, GES.
God damn it. I can't read Chinese. Drunk underlings of Primavera and the GDS got into a fight. Passers-by watched and cheered. As long as you can get sucked in, the street fights were nighttime entertainment. Oh my god. We fighting with... God damn it. We fight... Whoa! Those were new cards. I'm out of practice. There were new cards there that we didn't have before. Excuse me? I can't believe the generic Mook Society has their own fucking... I can't even... It's flashing by too fast. These are all like new characters. I have no idea who they are. All these new freaking CGs. Holy snaps. As soon as they caught wind of the fighting festival, underlings from both sides joined in one after another. Excited drunk customers who had nothing to do with the underworld started joining in on the brawl. The street was thrown into chaos! This sort of chaos was short-lived, lasting only until American MPs dashed forward blowing whistles. Oh! Who are you, Leo Jr. here? Hey, right here! Wow, they're really going at it! Oh my god, who are these guys?
I get being back if someone takes a shot at you. But seriously, who jump into a fight they just had on the spot?
You knew what they used to say. Brawls and whatever are the flowers of Edo. Don't miss out on the festival. Whoa! Give me a piece of this party. Oh yeah!
Jeez. You're like a little kid. Oh, whatever. Guess I better step up too.
Alright, who are these new guys?
Look at me, little chibi Leo Jr. No, the generic Mook Society was just about to win. But you were literally just fighting the generic Mook Society. Accept your own helplessness. No, never. Come on. I'm in the mood for some brawls. If you insist. $19.49. What is this ominous looking deer here? A shrill whistle rang out. An American MP squad had arrived. These guys would indiscriminately throw participants and spectators into jail, so the festival broke up in an instant. Seriously, yeah, these are like brand new generations. 2 new generations within a year, seriously. People dash into nearby bars, like excited kids running around about after a sudden downpour. When this sort of thing happened, it wasn't at all rare for people who had been fighting to run into the same bar. The MPs, looking annoyed, came into the bar and glared around. The tables were all filled with blank-faced men, sitting as though they had no idea a fight had just broken out. At the worse-off tables, Japanese and Chinese men sat together, covered in lumps and bruises, and pretending to clean their glasses together with forced smiles. The MPs understood. However, the disturbance was over for now, so they retained from further boorishness. You people are so transparent. Don't cause a disturbance again, got it? We're done here. Waste of our time.
With that parting remark, the MP squad left. Look at this bar. Damn, it's a brand new background too. And the bar patrons heard the car leave. Cheers and roaring laughter filled the room. The Japanese and Chinese, who had been acting all harmonious a second ago, started sticking out their tongues and threatening each other, letting off the remaining steam from the fight.
If you're gonna start fighting again, take it outside. Got me a special free service for customers to stop fights that don't want nothing.
And the bar owner threatened them with a shotgun. The men who'd only come here to hide left, guffawing. As the Chinese lent each other shoulders and left the store, there were sour jeers telling them not to come back. Of course, their responses in Chinese were almost certainly violent retorts. Remember, once the fighting festival ended, it was time to break up. No more fighting. It's like Fight Club. That was the unwritten rule. That was an H-punch, Chinese. I've met you before, haven't I? Our brawl's great.
You're one crazy bastard. I won't forget this.
It's like they're having fun.
I'll pay you back double for this on the next chance I get.
Sure, looking forward to the next time we meet. I love brawling after all. Alan and Keith, I see.
I'm drinking after a fight even more.
Not one without the other. Hey, barkeep! Put that scary thing down and get us some good drinks.
Sheesh. You'll dash anywhere. You'll dash anywhere when you hear a brawl, Alan. Alan the Brawler. It's worth 100 men having you on our side.
You were wonderful again today. Hey, Alan, let me kiss you.
Hey, cut that out. It tickles. Okay, enough of that. Helen isn't into guarding women like you. The music is a bit loud. I'm so sorry. Let me turn it down. Right now, he's got his eyes on a different girl.
What? Really? No way!
Alan does not understand our charm. I spent a night and we won't want to leave the next morning. Sorry, but no offense, but I need someone with eyes.
Damn it!
No. So sorry. See you later. She is well in the brawler.
The men all raised their glasses at once.
Alan responded and the bar returned to its usual hum. How's the music volume now, apparition? Are you still chasing that woman's ass? I finally managed to get her name. She says she's called Yuki-chan. Whoa! Now there's a girl who sends chills down my spine. I've fallen for her, man. She makes you foot the bill all the time, right? Why can't you realize she's using you as a wallet? That's fine! If I get a passionate kiss later, it's all worth it. Way too obvious what you're really after, man. If I were a woman, I'd be creeped out.
Yes, Hala Mirage. I was thinking of 13 Sentinels. Damn. Wow, they are laying it on thick with these two. Oh my.
If you were a woman, I'd hold you and smother you with kisses.
Damn, it's like they want us to ship these two.
Please don't say crap, people will misunderstand. Well, anyway, let's celebrate our continuing friendship. Yeah, we'll always be invincible.
Yep. He's holding it all for Yuki-chan. I can't do that Nico thing. The way his voice is so deep. I can't do that. And you know, Yuki-chan, you love the girl. You know the girls I like to date. Woo! I can't do that Sylvain voice that he does.
Yeah, we'll always be invincible.
The two clink their glasses together. The light sound made their cheery faces shine even more.
Huh? Don't like the looks of those customers. Huh? Who's here?
In the bar packed with drunk patrons, it was hard to tell the identity of everyone who came in. However, it seemed that Keith had already figured out who would come and why, and he shrugged his shoulders.
We've been looking for you, Ellen Keith. Hey, it's our colleagues. We're just about to have a drink. Why don't you join us? Of course they won't. This is about work, right? Probably. Maurice-san says it's extremely urgent. See? I was right not to start drinking.
These guys are like a gender-swapped Lambda and Burncastle, is what I feel.
A job so urgent we couldn't do it after drinking? Oh, damn. I like noisy jobs, but I really can't stand those nice and quiet ones. I hate quiet jobs too. Need some with a bit more flash. Hey, if you wouldn't mind, try and hurry up. The boss said to bring you in within half an hour.
The two let themselves be persuaded and rose from their seats. The look of young people excited by a fighting festival was gone from their eyes. They had the strong, emotionless glint of wolves who lived in the criminal underworld. Their boss was Maurice Mononobe, aka Okanogi.
the leader of a battalion, a fighting group possessing several of the fiercest veterans, even compared to the rest of the Primavera family. Alan and Keith. They are both members of the Primavera family and battalion. Oh, hello.
So, how good are they? Think we can rely on them? Now, there's something I can guarantee myself. And there ain't many people who get this good a recommendation from old Maurice. Boss, sorry to keep you waiting. We brought Alan and Keith. Okay, good work. Sorry to call you two out on such short notice.
If you got a reason to hurry, there's no helping it. Still, you just called us when we were about to have a drink. Key-san, I'll keep you in City 47 for certain. I had to read that, James. That was amazing.
Isn't that a bit cruel even for you bosses? I know. Sorry about that. I'll buy you drinks later, so cheer up. Jesus. You telling me these kids are the men for the job? We've been waiting for you two. Come on over here.
So, even the Grand Boss is here. And an officer in the American military. You better treat us to one hell of a drink.
It was the first time we met. We're always in your debt. Sorry, this is urgent. Want y'all to listen to the captain. Captain, these are our best men.
The Japanese really do have young faces. These do have a military record at least, right? Well, we've done our bit for our country.
These guys are back from Siberia. Only got repatriated last year, but they're insanely talented.
Huh? So, ninja snipers from the Japanese military, huh? Sounds fun.
Keith is from the Northeast, a descendant of the Matagi tribe.
The Matagi.
They're a group of hunters who existed in Japan's ancient times. They seclude themselves in mountains and take down their prey.
Sounds great. So, Japanese hunters. Many of the snipers around the world who had excellent records during World War II had one thing in common. That common factor was that they had been hunters before being enlisted. Ooh, so yeah, he's a sniper. They're sniper rifles, which I guess I should have foreseen from the opening. That's some crazy foreshortening in this picture here. They learned how to use sniper rifles in their daily lives, and also how to hide their breathing in the harsh wilds, so even wild animals wouldn't notice them. Are they going to do the real way of how snipers work in a team of two? And like one is the lookout and the other is the sniper? Or do they both have sniper rifles? People like that left many legends as proficient snipers in places all over the world. It's not like I was welcomed into the mountains, so I'm not an official Matagi. Still, Key's skill with a gun is the real fucking deal.
So, is this guy here Keith Kuhn's partner? Alan has always been Keith's partner, since long before Siberia. Until these guys got caught by the Soviet army, they kept lying low and sniping, even after their main force was obliterated.
Oh good, oh they are doing the real thing with the two-man sniper team.
We're a two-man team. There is no point in flattering just me. I'm the best sniper in the world. But that's because I've got a partner I can trust.
Man, they are laying it on thick. Wow.
I'm just here to lighten the mood.
I can already tell there's like there's already like 50 doujinshi about these two.
That's not true. Anyway, I'll never do a job with anyone other than Alan, so that's that. I know. You're the strongest when you're together.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just for fuck's sake. Like I literally is Ryukishi trying to do this on purpose or just like is it just my shipping mind? Cause it really feels to me they're laying it on. That like I'm trying not to think of it that way, but it's just phrase after phrase after phrase. Like I'll never do a job without Alan. You're the strongest together. Like seriously.
You can't eat with just one chopstick. They may look young, but they're the best of the best. I can say for sure that they'll suit your needs best, Captain. Well, if you say so, I'll believe it.
Butler showed Alan and Keith a photo that had been on the table.
This fat man's your target. No, not a man. He's a fly. He's been buzzing around these big shots in the captain's care, causing all kinds of trouble. Dang, looks like one miserable villain. Anyone's dead face can be like an angel's. Hey man, poor man won't be seeing you again. What the heck? Crap, I love these puns.
Oh my god!
He's a bastard of a newspaper reporter who likes finding people's weaknesses, threatening them, and then using that to build connections. So, a high-ranking official with this guy on his tail can confront me. This is a person who I want to have owing me a favor. I'd like you to handle this quickly. The captain is Primavera's greatest ally. That's why we're putting our best men on this job for the captain. In other words, you guys. For our countrymen's sake, we've got to watch the captain's back. Can we ask y'all two to do it? Well, if Alan's okay with it. Okay, yes, boss. We'll finish up this villain extermination in a flash. Use discretion, okay? I like to avoid having witnesses. Don't worry. These men are fully versed in that era, too. Okay, then. Just what sort of divine punishment will we level on the villain? Damn. I'm getting pumped.
Just a few days later, the man in that picture would have another smaller picture of himself in the local paper. Oh wow, we're not even gonna see the mission. I see. American reporter dies in Edogawa International traffic accident. It was a late night one-car accident involving someone asleep at the wheel. On top of that, it was an accident within City 23. So the inspection of the scene was done under Butler's watch. Alan folded up the newspaper and sighed.
Terrifying. Holding grudges against yourself never turns out well.
Is there an article about it? Keith returned after buying a bottle of carbonated water. Right here. Says it was an unfortunate one-car accident. An accident? Shh. Boring. I wish it said whether I got him right between the eyebrows. That'd hardly be eliminating him quietly, now would it? This here's a perfect score. So, how was that shot of mine? Ha! A perfect one shot, one kill, 360 no scope. Nicely done. Good work, partner. Good work, Alan. Good work, me. Yup, good work, us. They knocked together their glasses of carbonated water. Carbonated water. What? Then they drank them down in a single gulp like shot glasses and rose to their feet. I'm going home. What about you, Alan? I'm not going home yet. Today's my date with Yuki-chan. I can't believe you still haven't opened your eyes. Going off to be her wallet again. The money is much happier to be spent on such a beauty. So you worked hard to get paid by the boss, and now you stupidly wasted it all on woman. Why don't you waste it all on me? Shut up. This is an investment. Yada yada. Good grief. Well, I guess it's nice just to have something to spend money on. You've saved up a lot, haven't you? Isn't it about time you used it? Around here, there are times money will save your life. You can never have too much of it on you. You better be careful. One of these days, some villain's gonna clean you out. Well, I imagine you'll get cleaned up by Yuki-chan first. Oh, whoa! Yuki-chan's gonna do what to me? She's so aggressive. Moron. Later. I'll go home and take a bath or something. I'll leave the door unlocked. Sure, see ya. Don't get soggy. Bye-bye, lullaby, not sure why. What the heck? You're so weird. Apparently all of Alan's puns got him laughing. God, like... I'm really wondering if Ryukishi is doing this on purpose. Because it's... I'm not gonna lie, it really is seem to be almost fading in that direction, that Keith has a crush on Alan or something. I don't know. Like... I don't know. It just feels that way with how they're framing all their interactions here. Like what other characters say about the two of them. Apparently all of Alan's puns got him laughing. Keith chuckled and turned away. After waving to his back, Alan turned away too. They were a pair of irreplaceable partners who acknowledged each other's skills. However, they didn't intrude on each other's privacy. Oh yeah, Alan I wouldn't think, but Keith maybe. Alan and Keith, two talented problem erasers from Battalion, one of Primavera's crews. They had a relationship that wasn't too clingy because each trusted the other. A streetcar stopped and several people coming home from work poured out. It was getting further into autumn, so it got darker more quickly,
once the sun started going down. A silhouette leaned against a traffic sign that split the flow of people. It was Alan. He's waiting for Yuki-chan. 30 minutes had already passed since their meeting time, but he waited calmly. After all, Yuki-chan's a businesswoman. She's probably working hard. The girl he was after was apparently busy getting a new company started. That might have been partly responsible for her lateness. However, no matter how late she was, she would definitely come. After all, she was a schedule fiend, and she had put time with Alan into her schedule. Oh, is Yuki-chan going to be a character? At that time, he noticed a slender hand waving him out into the crowd of people. Oh, she's here! Yuki-chan! Oh wow, she's badass. Shut up! Don't cry like a wild man in the middle of the street! Sorry about that. That is a badass character design. I'm just so happy because the big job I finished up today. Oh? What sort of a big job could a mere bar plate cleaner like you finish up? She doesn't even know he's a sniper. Well, that's, I just cleaned up some of this city's trash. Wink, wink. Cleaning up trash is a big job. Is there a massive pile of trash or something? That's enough about me. Congrats on finishing another day of work, Yuki-chan. I'll bet your schedule is packed again, right? No problem. Keeps me busy, but it's worth the effort. Still, it's all meal meetings with big shots from somewhere or other. It makes my shoulders stiff. Well, keep it up. I found a place that's just perfect for relaxing after a day like that. Very good! Oh my god. Okay. That settles it. Yep. That settles what voice you're getting. You really are useful! You have my praise! Yuki-chan, the greatest girlfriend that ever lived! Your gracious words of praise honor me. Good, now buy me shit! Very well, young Miss Yuki. Allow me to introduce you to this evening's special restaurant. Her name was Yuki, which means snow. It would have been romantic if they had met when it was snowing. But unfortunately, their first meeting was of a fairly disappointing sort. Riding a streetcar, Alan was mistakenly suspected of molesting a young American girl. Oh god. However, since he didn't speak English, he didn't have a clue what was being said. He started smiling flippantly and rubbing his hands together. Oh god. Making him look like Frank saw it, which only made him look more like a molester. Oh god. Just when he was about to be surrounded by grim-faced Americans, Yuki had solved the misunderstanding with fluent English. Her intellectual boldness, oh god, made Alan fall in love at first sight. He followed her around obstinately until he succeeded in getting her phone number. This restaurant was neither high class nor famous. It was a small Western food restaurant with booze, which they were somehow able to run despite it being cramped. See, this restaurant can have fucking booze, fucking Australia, with no booze in their fucking restaurants. God, seriously. Its poor location hurt its popularity, so very few people knew the wonderful taste of the food here. Oh wow, that looks amazing. Delicious! This tastes quite good.
It does, doesn't it? There's even a rumor that the cook here was head chef of the battleship Nagato.
I don't believe stories without a source. But this demi-glace is sauce excellent.
I know, right? This here's a secret restaurant. I'd rather not have too many people find out about it.
Good job! I'll grant you 30 points for today.
Thanks for the Yuki-chan points. Wonder if I reach 100 points again.
By my records, you're at 88 points now. Your reward will have to wait until next time.
Yuki-chan points were worth a reward every 100 points. And that was how he got the privilege to learn her name. Oh my god. Learn her phone number and ask her out to meals. Wow. She is a gold digger. And she ain't going with no broke. Jeez. Alan and Yuki's relationship had been going on for half a year now. However, it would be very hard to mistake them for lovers. They were a long way from man-woman relationship. Alan fell in love with Yuki at first sight, then asked her out on dates now and then. Yeah, she is not interested. She's just using him, which is very sad. To Yuki, just going along with him was like having a short breather between gaps in her busy work schedule. It looked like she was taking advantage of Alan, being crazy about her. But even Yuki wasn't indifferent to the relationship. Oh, so she actually is kind of interested. It was quite a fashionable relationship. More than friends, less than lovers. Yuki didn't speak about it in detail, but she was apparently the daughter of a wealthy person. She was a talented woman who'd been studying abroad in England since before the war, learning about management. Apparently, she'd come back to Japan after a long absence. So even though she was fluent in Japanese, she still seemed foreign somehow. Because she learned about gender equality, she was able to boldly and clearly state her views without being afraid of anyone. Her resilience was no weaker than the ladies of the evening. We could easily tell that she had been brought up well. All of that put her right in the middle of Alan's strike zone.
My job? I've told you before, haven't I?
God, I have to get back into using to Erica. I heard you trying to start a company having to do with trade or something.
And
Oh, that's not what I meant. I was more interested in what sort of work you do every day.
Why should I be the only one to tell?
Yeah, that's better.
If you'll start with some stories of your hard work as a bar back, I'd be willing to talk about my job a little.
My job? Well, I'm certainly not a contract killer or anything exciting like that, if that's what you're thinking. I don't have any interesting stories at all.
You don't have any thrilling stories? Like having to clean up the vomit and excrement of a dead drunk customer, or taking trash out to the dump, and have swarms of black unidentifiable insects start crawling about.
That'd be way too thrilling. Still, I love the way you casually say it was like that with an intellectual face. That harsh side of her was also apparently in Alan's strike zone. Alan had told her that he worked as a plate washer at a certain bar. Of course, that wasn't true. He was a brawler who took all sorts of fighting-related jobs within battalion's turf. I think that's probably true, Luca. I bet she also has a secret job that she's keeping from Alan. After the soy sauce war, it was generally agreed that one of Primavera's problems was that fear of them as a violent organization hadn't penetrated into the people. Primavera had put a lot of effort into improving its bodyguard trade, so that establishments that paid money to Primavera were more aware of the protection they offered. Alan was a leading member of that group of bodyguards. With his bright, cheerful attitude, he get along well with anyone, and he didn't ruin the store's atmosphere. Also, he loved brawling, and resolved issues with a positive attitude that was almost like a festival. The strange thing about Alan's brawls was that even the people he hit started feeling like they'd been drawn into a festival, so they didn't hold a grudge. But even that was his public-facing side. In actual fact, together with his sniper Keith Kisaragi, he was part of a talented two-man team of problem erasers. In addition to all sorts of brawling, he was an expert in everything from using handguns to driving to tailing and observing people to being an escort. I wonder if this is going to be like a Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of thing, where her job is equally as dangerous, and they're going to come to blows on a job or something like that. If anyone has ever read Spy X Family, something similar maybe to that. Since most issues were resolved thanks to Keith's genius sniping ability, Keith got most of the credit. However, Keith was aware of the fact that he was a sniper with no other skills. Keith's ability could only be fully wielded thanks to many sorts of assistance from Alan, including information gathering and observing the surrounding area while Keith was sniping. Because Keith understood that, he trusted Alan immensely as an irreplaceable partner. Their boss, Maurice, understood this too, so he always had the two work together. No prey could escape after being targeted by these two.
Yeah, like I could tell her that.
Yuki has no connection to the criminal underworld. Or does she? Oh, these are his thoughts.
If I proudly talked about my job as a hired killer, she'd probably never speak to me again. Or make out with me on the off chance that she's also a hired killer. Oh well. A person from the world of the night's falling in love with someone from the world of the day. Your classic story. You gaining around penalties like this.
It's interesting to hear stories from laborers. It's always interesting to hear about a world you know nothing about. I think I'm going to use this voice for her unless she's like being really loud, and then I'll use Erica's voice. Anyway, I made up a funny story about working as a barback. It was cute how she easily swallowed that urban legend about hired hands getting bossed around. She found out I was lying. It'd be terrifying later. So I came clean and she laughed out loud.
Okay! Looks like it's my turn!
You want to hear about my stories about my day-to-day work, right?
Yeah. I want to hear about you give it your all.
Unfortunately, I'm not confident I can find an interesting story like yours. Oh wow, that's a big mood. That is a big mood.
It can just be something you did today. Anything's fine.
This is literally like almost everyone when they try to talk to me in the afternoon, like how was it? What did you do today? And I'm like, oh, it was normal. Jeez. Today, well, I did have lunch with some mafia folks.
Mafia? Wow, they're scary. You should just stay away from them forever.
Which mafia?
That's a secret.
Well, they were just your basic bosses in the criminal underworld. You work with people like that?
Don't misunderstand. It's not like I'm a member of the criminal underworld myself. Mafias are basically groups of ostracized dropouts, right? I wouldn't be caught dead dating a member. But instead of admitting it, they act all proud as they torment the people. They're just awful.
Oh my god.
It was far too late for Alan to admit to being one of those just awful people who represented City 23's underworld.
It wouldn't happen to be those evil, stinky, smelly Primavera guys, would it?
No, not them.
Oh, thank God.
It was a different family, not Japanese. Oh, I do have a meal meeting planned with bosses from Primavera in the near future.
Oh, fuck!
I've heard their boss is a young woman. I'm sort of looking forward to seeing what sort of character she is.
I thought you worked in commerce.
Whenever you try to move around a large sum of money, people like that always come butting in. Did you know? The filthiest and most unsanitary thing we find around ourselves is money.
First I've heard of it, but it makes sense. Got all those people touching it with their dirty hands. Probably covered with germs.
Exactly. When you move around a lot of money, filthy people like that try to latch onto it.
In other words, making arrangements with people like that is part of your job.
Exactly. Sharing a meal with people like that can't be good for your digestion. It's such a relief, Alan. You can always find restaurants so good for digestion and relaxation.
How are your talks with such scary people going well? They aren't threatening you or anything, are they?
Alan's gaze grew slightly sharper. Normally it was okay for him to be a noisy, frivolous man. However, these underworld people she was complaining about were probably from his realm. Thank you for your concern, but nothing like that has happened. They're just sensitive to the scent of money. Once they realize they stand to earn more by working with me, they start to act like gentlemen. After that, they're like lonely puppies! Easy to tame.
Whoa, nice going. Can't believe you got them by the nose. But they're still members of the criminal underworld, right? Probably best not to underestimate them too much, yeah?
Thanks for the warning. Still, though I may not look it, I'm used to that sort. This brave woman boldly stated that she wasn't afraid of the criminal underworld. However, to Alan, this looked like talk from a secluded rich girl who didn't know what fear was, and it put him on edge.
Well, you know, I may not look it, but I think I might be pretty reliable in a tough spot. So, we get in a tough spot or something like that, he's gotta talk to me and I'll go out, okay? I'll go all out, okay?
No, thank you. I'm not so irresponsible that I'd ask someone else to help me recover from my own mistake. When a woman makes a mistake, it's normal for a man to cover for her. And that sort of thinking is exactly the same as a woman abandoning her right of general equality.
Sorry. I definitely didn't mean it like that. I just...
I'm just kidding. Thanks for your kind words. Being unable to accept feelings like that is a fault I need to overcome.
After finishing their meal and enjoying an after-meal wine, the two left the restaurant. The bill was always Alan's responsibility. At first, Yuki had asked to split the bill for the sake of gender equality. However, Alan had refused to back down on this one point alone. In the end, Yuki had agreed, but she still seemed unsatisfied to be relying on him completely for the bill. Interesting, so she seemed like a gold digger at first, but she's kinda not. Very unusual relationship.
I want to stop by this place again sometime. I like the atmosphere.
Oh, really? Then I'll get a reservation as soon as you got time in your schedule.
I'll contact you once my schedule's set. After that, I'll be counting on you.
She still has a face that makes me think she's gonna be evil in some way in the future. I don't know. She just has that kind of vibe that she looks like her character design would fit a villain very well. Until now, you've been choosing the restaurants. So, you've been handling the bill as well. But I chose this time, so I'll pay. Come on, you really don't need to worry about that. It's fun to treat you anyway. Okay, bye, Luca. Thank you for coming. It is, isn't it? So it wouldn't be fair to let you have all the fun to yourself, now would it? Alan was more and more hooked by this cool side of her. When they went outside, night had completely fallen. Except for the trunks who still hadn't had enough. It's time for ladies and gentlemen to head home. This restaurant was a secret spot, after all. The street was on the lonely side. If they want to call a taxi for her, they'd probably have to walk to a larger street. A second ago we called this a lonely street. More specifically, it was lonely and slightly disreputable street. Uh-oh. Laborers got dead drunk to distract themselves from their days of pent-up frustration, and they sometimes let out curses or still cries. And some of them just let out that stress with fighting festivals. The hell you guys think you're doing here? Hell, you bastard. I'll teach you a thing or two. Gah! Let me in. Let me go wild. You both go away. I'll jump in too. Whoa. What on earth is that? That's a bunch of drunks fighting. It's like a local attraction in the old downtown district. They're just letting off their pent-up frustration with pretend brawls. It's not like they're trying to kill each other or anything.
Pretend brawls.
Yeah, pretend brawls. Well, I call them fighting festivals, though.
Strictly speaking, fighting festivals were different from brawls. They were more like something a couple of elementary schoolers would start up after watching a kung fu movie. The laborers, who were strong thanks to the hard work they did every day, joined pretend brawls to let off the stress that their excess physical energy left them with. Because the onlookers understood this, they laughed and cheered them on. If it had been a real brawl between people who had hated each other, which might break out in a kill fest before long, no one would cheer them on. If that had been the case, a bunch of drunks desperate to join someone else's fight would rush in. And in a flash, the fight would have ended up with both parties getting held accountable and getting punished. In that sense, you might say it was a form of communication between slightly dangerous drunks. Of course, the higher-ups in both Primavera and the GDS would rather people refrain from this sort of thing. However, Alan thought differently. Right now, Japanese and Chinese drunks were fighting together. But looking at their eyes, they all truly seemed to be having fun. Instead of remaining isolated and coldly insulting the other side, it's much better for them to passionately punch each other and learn each other's faces. Okay, you guys, I just need to go for a quick bathroom break. I will be right back. Okay, we are back. Since Alan thought this way, the fighting festivals between Japanese and Chinese men seemed almost charming to him. So Alan's face relaxed. Thinking might treat him as a flippant person, but maybe this would be a good chance to let loose and show he was a reliable man in a fight. Alright, watch this, Yuki-chan! Time to watch Alan Aramaki-sama roar. Roar, huh? He is literally like a fucking mini Leo here. Just as Alan was about to roll his arms,
Yuki turned to look at him with an incredibly scorn-filled gaze. Violence really is terrible, isn't it? Just watching it creeps me out. You picked the wrong boyfriend. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I do. I hate fighting. I'm opposed to violence. I'm the least violent person ever. Yeah, I do. I'm opposed to violence.
There are 3 kinds of people I hate. The first kind is people in the mafia. Second kind is people who are violent. And the third kind? People who are in the mafia are also violent. People like that should just die!
Oh, God. If she finds out, she'll do more than just despise me.
Seriously. He is asking, like, really asking for just 13 Sentinels references here. Let's go. Pretty soon the police or the MPs will be here and arrest everyone.
Yeah. Oh boy, I picked the best girl to be with. Better just leave them alone, right?
Still, I'm glad. Glad you aren't a violent person. If you were, I'd have to kill you. Hypothetically, if you'd taken an interest in that drunken brawl and said you wanted to join in, I'd have scorned you for life.
Violence I never try! Not for this guy! Momentai!
Oh my god! Oh, you speak Chinese, Alan?
No, I just know that one Cantonese phrase. No, not at all. It means no worries for the rest of your days.
Well, somehow managing to change the subject. He ignored the people fighting and walked past them. Oh my god.
Helen! We know you. Oh boy, this guy is so tough. No, I'm not. You have me mistaken for someone else. No hablo Japanese. Como esta? Hey, is that Alan? Alan the Brawl is here. It's because I recently won a Smash Brothers tournament. Yeah. Alan's here. I thought it was about time for him to show up. Where is the bastard? Gotta pay him back for the other day. Because I bought his drink. So he has to pay me back.
Alan, is there something you need to tell me?
No, nothing. You sure that's Alan? It's not the wrong man, is it? If it was Alan, he should be jumping forward as soon as he saw a fight. That's right, you got the wrong man, so stop staring at me! I picked the wrong girlfriend.
Those people are so creepy. I wish they'd just die. Staring right at us.
No, that's just your imagination. We'll get drawn in if we meet their gaze, and that would be bad. So let's go. Off we go!
Drat. I think I left my compact in the washroom of that restaurant. Oh,
Oh my god!
sorry, Alan. I'm going back. Yuki hurried back down the path they'd come by. Once more, she walked by the group of fighting men they'd finally passed.
Well, he definitely looks like Alan.
I'm not this really awesome, handsome, really strong Alan guy. I'm his brother from another country. Growlin.
That's Alan, isn't it?
No, it's Growlin.
Hey, Alan.
Fucking hell!
You're Alan, right?
Are you acquainted with those fighting drunks? Of course not! I would never be acquainted with such violent people! But they're calling you by name. Oh, there's a million people named Alan. Alan, oh, that's what he said! Oh my god. Alan's a very common name. They mistaking me for someone else. Definitely. If we don't hurry back to get your stuff, someone will take it. Saying this, Alan pushed Yuki's back. The fighting men, now certain this was Alan, the brawler, looked confusedly at this strange behavior. Of course, none of them imagined that Alan the brawler would be delicate enough to avoid a fight just because he had a woman with him.
Hey, Alan. The hell you ignoring us for?
Shut up!
What's with him? Is he running scared? Maybe he can't hear us. Let's be extra loud. Hey, Alan!
This is insane. These people are quite persistent. Why don't you go tell them they've got the wrong person? No. Times like this, best strategy is to avoid answering them. Pretend they don't exist. Alan ignored the men and turned his back to them. Of course, the men assumed he was literally ignoring them.
Hey, Alan. What's with the cold shoulder? Hey, you trying to say we ain't worth your time? Let's throw rocks at him.
Oh, come on! Ow! The drunks picked up pebbles lying at their feet and started throwing them. Oh my god. What's wrong? You've been acting strange for a while now. Me? I always act strange, right? That's true enough. You better hurry. I like that compact. I'd hate for someone else to take it away. Smiling and ignoring the rocks and bits of trash that were hitting them in the back, Alan arrived in front of the restaurant they had just left. The men seemed to be considerably let down by Alan ignoring them. we're still throwing stuff. Damn them, getting all cocky when a guy's unable to pick a fight. I'll be back soon. Will you wait for me? Of course, of course. Please, take your time. Play the Persona music. He's finally coming over here. What's with you, Ellen? Hey, where'd all your spunk go? Hey, Ellen the coward. Do you leave your balls at home today? Shut up. Oh my god, he's doing his... Fuck. He's doing his fighting, oh my... God damn it, I am not doing well. I am out of practice at this. Oh god damn it, no, fuck. The timer is going by so quickly. I'm out of practice. Fuck! Wow, I am sucking. I am out of practice. I just can't seem to click it in time. Okay, guys, one quick fight. Just one last fix, and then no more fighting, ever. Yuki-chan says no fighting, so no more fighting. The moment Yuki disappeared into the restaurant, Alan the Brawler unleashes lightning fast fists on the trunks. Can't you tell by looking? Damn you! Taking a pass when like I can't pick a fight! Good. Now there's Alan the Brawler. Okay, now it's us then. Yeah, that's our Brawler. Fight, fight, fight! Oh, I'll fight alright. I can't resist the urge. Now, which one of you guys to go flying first? He looks kind of like eyes in here in this screenshot. Hey, Alan! Uh-oh. Thank goodness. One of the employees was holding on to it for me. I'll get this afterward then. That's great. Why are you breathing so hard? Huh? Well, it's a hobby of mine to do a bit of muscle training while I wait. I never can be too toned. Didn't I tell you? First I've heard of it. Oh well. The employee said you'd get it from their storehouse. So please wait a bit longer. Sure. Just take your time. I see your punch hasn't changed. Knock him down! Time to start round 2. Wouldn't you have you any other way? Now it's starting to get fun. I'm not having fun! Learn to take a hit, man! Oh my god. He looks like Chigoro here in that screenshot. Damn it. He looks like Battler there in that screenshot. Didn't he just look like Battler in that screenshot? He really did. He looks like eyes in here. KO! Sorry to keep you waiting, Alan.
What happened here?
Looks as though a typhoon had passed in front of the restaurant. Trash cans were turned over and there was a pile of men lying on the ground.
You wouldn't believe it, Yuki. There was a giant tornado, a cyclone. It did all this. Thankfully, everyone's safe. Well, they said they wanted to join in on my muscle training, so I showed them how, and they've already run out of gas. Sheesh, you guys really need to work out. I'll never be bothered with ladies like that.
I hate machos. Ooh, wow. I don't think you're gonna like him. Dang. He is not your type.
Oh, really? How convenient. I'm not bulked up at all. Well, wait up, Yuki-chan! I'll walk you to the taxi stand.
Oh my god, he's so clingy.
What the just happened?
Yeah, it was a miracle that I got even one medal for that. I did horribly. Okay, you guys. Look at how long it's been since the last time. I think this is a good place as any to stop. Looking forward to what this new arc of Rose Guns Days will lead us to. Yeah, I'm gonna end it a bit early today because I am feeling a bit tired, as you guys could probably tell. So, we'll continue this on Tuesday. And see if Alan will actually get to keep Yuki or not. Either way, Yuki's character design is too well drawn to be just a minor character. She's totally coming back. So, I wonder what she's going to be up to. So, thank you all so much for coming. This is going to continue Tuesday, and Tales is going to be on Sunday. So until then, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.